Do you know where your money are going? That's the question. My name is Cesar Julian. You are watching Financial Freedom Principle. Today we're going to look at expenses. Where are your money going? Everybody should know where each penny, when they're coming from your pocket, where they are going. What are expenses? Expenses, like income, anything that's come into your pocket is income. Now, expenses is everything that goes out from your pocket. So anything that goes out of your pocket is expenses. So anything you pay out is an expense, right? All the money you pay out, everything that's coming out of your pocket. Why are you giving that money for? Why are you paying that money? Those are expenses. There is two main category of we can say three, but we're gonna focus on two today: living expenses and business expenses. Living expenses. Let's look at living expenses. Living expenses, and then we have business expenses. Okay, that's important. Let's look at living expenses. So we all have those, right? Mortgage or rent. We all pay that. When we receive our check, right, in income, if we are an employee, if you haven't watched the income video, go back and watch that. Because if you're an employee, you receive money to sell your time. You sell your time, you receive your paycheck. Your paycheck is your net income from the company. So if you're making $50,000 a year, before tax, you're not really bringing home $50,000. You're probably bringing home 28,000, closer to 30,000. All right, that's after taxes and benefit and all that. Okay, so we need to know that. So, but when we receive the 30 grand, that's why when we talking about living expenses, we need to budget. We need to use what's left after we pay all the taxes. Mortgage is one of them, or rent if you don't home, right? Car payment, those are living expenses, right? Food or living expenses. Clothes, or living expenses. What else? You know, we can go through the list, right? Bills, electric, gas, and so on and so on. Okay, we have those are major categories of them, right? And then we know we have some of them. Some people, not everybody, they don't spend a lot of money, but some people we spend money having a good time. I put good times in here. Okay, some of us we want to have a good time. We want to spend some money, go to the movies, do all that, buying things, right? All the things we bought. So living expenses, we need to know that expenses, what these do, these things do, they take money out of our pocket. Those things takes money out. That's why we call them expenses. They take money out. If they take money out, we need to realize, how do we control these things that take money out of our pockets? We not only if we are an employee, the only money we have coming in is from our job. So we have to control all these. Okay? Because at the end of it, in the next video, we're going to start looking at financial statement. While I'm teaching all this, because we want to go to financial statement where we look at expenses, look at income, and we look at net income, what left after all the expenses are paid, and then to see how we can invest, and because we're trying to achieve financial freedom. So we have to know what these are costs. Every time money come out, we need to know. Okay, so now business income, the same thing. A business have mortgage or rent, right? Loans, right? Because they pay employee, right? They pay for resources, right? Resources and so on. Even business also have expenses. If you own a business, you better know how much you pay in rent, how much your loans are costing you, how much your employee is gonna cost you, how much resources you need to run the businesses. So everything has it. We have it. Here's the thing about expenses. We all have it. Even if you don't have a job, you have expenses. You need a place to stay. You might stay with mom and dad, or somebody else is paying the bill. But the best thing is, we need to understand what are our expenses, even if we have a job or don't. So if you don't have a job, or you have a job, you don't know how much money you spend every month. You don't know how much money you need to live. That's a problem. That's why we're doing this. So you can go back. In the next couple of videos, we're gonna have a financial statement. We're gonna go through example. An employee making that much money, spend that much money, and then what's left, right? Cash flow, net income, what's left for investment. We will go through example. That way we can understand how to practice those things. I don't want to just teach you that, so and that's it. I want you to do it in real life. Practice it. That's what we need to know. So once we understand what take money out for a business, what take money out, the business need to know that. If you want a business, you don't know how much money you spend every month, then I'm not gonna invest with you. The same way, if we try to invest in a company, we need to look at the expenses of the company and then the income of the company. And then how much money left at the end, right? Net income, how much money left after we pay everything, right? So we're gonna see that, because living expenses are the biggest thing. You see people making a lot of money, but the expenses are way too much, right? They own everything. They're making payment on everything. They live on credit card. So we don't want that, right? That I didn't put all the loan in here. A lot of people has a bunch of loans, right? So what we want you to get from that expenses, any money, your mortgage, your house, your mortgage is not an asset yet, because it's taking money out of your pocket. Okay? So your rent is this thing. We need to know these things every month to see how much. If you spend $2,000 every month, you need to know that. Oh, I'm making 15. Now there's an issue there, right? So we need to look at everything that take out money out of our pocket is expenses. We have it, personal expenses, and then we have business expenses. So we have to look at, if you have a business, you have to look at here. If you are for your personal everyday living, you need to look at here. We call it personal also. Okay, personal. So again, I want you to know, remember, go back. We're gonna look at in the next video, we're gonna look at income statement. Okay, part of a financial statement. Once we understand income, expenses, so what we need to do is to put them in practice to see how much money we have left, which is a net income or cash flow at the end of the month. Because if we have cash flow left, we'll be able to invest. We'll be able to achieve financial freedom. So once we do that, we realize what our income, how much we spend, and then we'll see how much we have cash left at the end. And then next week we'll look at example. I'm gonna take my own example to go through a income statement, money making, income, expenses, and net income. And then you'll see we're gonna look at that for personal, and then we're gonna look at that for business as well. But also we might even go to a third video where we do one for the government. So that way you'll see everything we learn here is applicable, and then we can practice them. Again, my name is Cesar Julian. I'll see you next time. May God bless you.